Hey everyone, my name's Andy. My channel's Finding Value. I was looking at a bunch of different stocks and I'm noticing that there's so many things moving vertically. And I wanted to post on it because, some of these companies that we're in, some of the sectors, I think they're going to go vertical as well. And the reason I'm bringing it up is I haven't really seen moves this fast in such short periods of time happen unless they're in a blow off stage of a top. So I'm going to go over some charts. I'm just going to show you some I think are in a bubble, some are just starting their move and they're going vertical, which is really weird. So we want to find undervalued things. We want to find those companies that are breaking their chart patterns. We want to buy them and then hold on. Because if they do go vertical, if they move 200, 300, 400, 500, 600%, we're in them and we're capturing those gains. This isn't a market to be trying to time things in and out because, some of these they just go vertical. I'll show you the charts and I'll show you what I mean by some of these companies doing vertical moves, which is kind of weird. So vertical moves, I'm seeing a lot of companies go vertical when they break chart patterns. The market seems like it's stuck on fast forward. Like it's not just playing, it's like fast forwarding these moves. Vertical moves are not normal. Very rarely see this outside of blow-off tops at the end of bull markets. This could be correlated to the 100-year lows that we have in the ratios, that things are just so out of whack. So I'm seeing some vertical moves in the beginning of this bull market in some of the companies, not all of them, but some of them. I'm going to show you what I mean. So first I'm going to start with the ones that are in a bubble. Tesla, that is obviously gone vertical. I think their valuation is larger than the entire battery market and the entire automotive sector combined. So they're priced to perfection. Obviously, apparently Tesla's going to take over the entire world, but they don't make any money right now, so I have no idea how they're going to do it. My opinion only. Here's Roku. This one obviously was going vertical too. This is like a $44, $20 stock back here. Now it's at 408 and turning the corner. The trade desk is the same way. It was 29 bucks in 2016. And here we are at 785. That is an incredible increase. Just incredible returns here. And then you've got Bitcoin. And one thing, actually, you know what? Just by looking at this, I'm going to create it right now. This is probably going to eat poo-poo because there's the chart pattern there, and we'll see. If this thing breaks back below this line here, you can see this thing really tank. That's one to watch. It comes back below this trend line. So here's what I mean. This is the price of soybeans. Soybeans. It broke out of its chart pattern. It's just going vertical. When is this going to stop? Are we going to go just straight to like 20 bucks? I know it went vertical here, but we had a run up before it. So this is kind of a blow off top phase. This isn't a blow off top phase. This is the beginning of a move. And you've got a beginning of a move here that this went pretty quick too. But look how vertical this went. This did it in hardly any time, but this is the beginning of a move. And I just don't see that often in the beginning of a move, in the beginning of a breakout. Now here's Scott's Miracle Grow. What the hell's going on here? Is this going to be like the biggest ramp up? Is this going to like $5,000 or something? We're just at the beginning of a commodity bull market. If this isn't considered a technology company, Scott's Miracle Grow, I don't know. It's going vertical though. General Motors too, just looking at it, this is a pretty vertical move here. Then you've got another move straight up. Broke out of this pattern here, and it's like, see ya, wouldn't want to be ya. What's going on here? Here's the NASDAQ composite. This is what it looked like before, how it went kind of into this bubble phase and then broke down. Remember, this was a commodities bull market, 98 and on. And we're at like 2018, 2017 and on, and this thing's going vertical. This is going to crash and come back, I think, when interest rates go higher. Now, Southern Copper. Now, this is looking weird too. This is pretty vertical from a pretty short period. we broke out to the upside. Is this thing just going to continue to go vertical with just short little pauses? Like, are we just going to have a little pause and then flying up higher? Now, here's okay, this is John Deere or Deere and Company. And this thing, I mean, it's going vertical. You see right here, I'm just going to do a quick little analysis here. So it's somewhere in there. It broke out and it's gone. God. So that's crushing it there. Absolute domination. That's vertical. Now, is EEM going to do this? Is it just going to go straight on vertical? Are we going to hit like $500 or something? I mean, these are crazy moves to the upside I mean, this is a pretty good move here, but it's not vertical like those other ones. It's not doing this. I don't even know what this, I mean, that's crazy. Is it going to do that? I don't know. And then here's Bannerman in a very steep ascent. Is this going to just keep going? Is this going to go straight to $10? I don't know. I don't know. So vertical moves are occurring everywhere, and I'm seeing it across a whole bunch of different sectors. A lot of companies are moving vertically and quickly. Commodities are next, and it could potentially shake everything up. Gold and silver is about to take off, I think, very shortly. Got other commodities. I think they're going to follow too. Oil and natural gas, uranium. And here's the overall sector here. This is the power short. This is DBC. And we're just breaking out. Is this thing just going to go straight vertical like an end off? This is a blow off kind of end of phase move here. But what's this thing going to do in the beginning here? If soybeans and all these other things are going vertical, is this going to go vertical now? Are all the other commodities going to catch up and start going vertical? And I bring this up because if you're trading in and out, and these things start to go vertical, I don't want you to be caught out of the stock. So I think the key play here is get the shares that you like, figure out a strategy, figure out where you want to deploy these things sector-wise, get invested and hold on. Because if they start going vertical like this, I don't know how long that's going to last, but I don't want you to be caught out of it. I'm in, I'm locked and loaded, I'm ready to go. So I'm not too concerned about it. And if we see a pullback in gold and silver, if we see a pullback in all of these, if we see a pullback in oil, uranium, gold and silver, those are buying opportunities. This isn't to be scared. You just look at it and say, okay, we got a little pullback. We'll go in and buy some. That's simple. The ratios are all extremely cheap in relationship to one another. Like gold to oil, gold to uranium, gold to anything. They're all cheap, and gold's cheap to money supply, gold's cheap to Dow. It's all cheap. So commodities I think are the spot to be. If we do have a deflationary kind of scare, I think it'll be short-lived. I don't see it anywhere like signs saying that it's got this deflationary problem coming yet. No one's getting spooked into bonds. All of our inflation trade, inflation on trades are all working. They all look very good, and they're all breaking out of all these chart patterns. I'd almost say that, are we going to go into some massive inflation or something? I mean, is it coming right around the corner while all these things are just going vertical? Maybe. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to monitor it. I'll continue to chart this stuff out and help you guys. So I'm just saying things look a little weird. I'm seeing all these vertical moves everywhere in all of these different sectors. And the only way that can potentially happen is if we have massive inflation. And this could be far worse than even what I think. Because I don't know how you can have vertical moves in a we'll call it a tech bubble, and have vertical moves at the same time in the commodities area, and then have everything kind of remain floated up in stocks. And that just means that there's a bunch of money chasing a whole bunch of money chasing very few assets, or chasing all of the assets, which means there's massive inflation. I just want to get this out there, wanted to get you in front of your face, wanted to show you kind of when these chart patterns break, how big the moves could potentially be. This isn't the time to be swapping in and out. If you like this content, if you like what I'm talking about, subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up, and leave comments on, do you see companies going vertical? What do you see out there? Tell me the ones that you see going vertical. I'm seeing things, even other technology companies, it seems like they're all going vertical. Like, what the hell's going on here? Thanks for listening. This is finding value.